Okay, so in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a game, actually. We're going to be taking a look at a little parody game called Microshaft Winblows 98. Now, this was made by a company called Parody Interactive that isn't around anymore, and it's meant to, kind of make fun of Microsoft and Bill Gates. Because this was released during a time when there was a lot of controversy surrounding Microsoft. Now, for those of you who don't know, in 1997, I believe, the US government accused Microsoft of illegally holding a monopoly on the web browser market by bundling Internet Explorer with Windows 95 and for making it exceptionally difficult to download Netscape Navigator using Internet Explorer. So this was a very controversial period for Microsoft. There was a lot of jokes surrounding Bill Gates and Microsoft during that time. That's essentially what Microshaft Winblows 98 is all about. It's a little parody game meant to kind of make fun of Windows and Bill Gates. Now, I already have it installed on my computer here, my main computer, because, yeah, this is pretty old software, but it's not, too dependent on 16-bit programs, so it can run just fine on my 64-bit computer here. You see, I've got Windows 11 running on this thing currently, so I'm just gonna go ahead and launch Microshaft right now. And it's not able to open my app data temp folder for some reason, and I'm not gonna change any of this stuff, but it tells me to. And when we start Microshaft, we get this little window here that says Microshaft Winblows 98 login. So in here, you just type in your name. My username in this game is LegacyXP, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. And it's already got this password in for us, and essentially the whole point is we have to find new passwords to access the quote-unquote deeper levels of Microshaft, as said in the intro video. We're not going to be watching the intro video, because that would make this video way too long, but I'm just going to go ahead and log in here. Can't open my app data folder for some reason again, but I'm not too worried about that, because I don't need it to open my app data folder, because it stores all the data just in the game's program files. See program files x86 Parody Interactive Microshaft. So we're just going to go ahead and X out of this, and we're not going to watch the intro video. Where do you want to be towed today? Alright, and there's a little joke on the intro screen every single time you launch this. It's a parody of Microsoft's slogan at the time, which was "Where do you want to go today?" So there's a parody of that on the intro screen, and here's our desktop here. So you see we've got these two windows here. One of them, these are all the games that are included within the Microshaft game itself, like the little mini games that we got here. We got the Roll Ahead, Win Bill Gates Money, Pin Bill, and Winblows Exploder. Now, the Roll Ahead is like a Bill Gates and Steve Jobs board game, essentially. The title is a parody of Bill Gates' book, The Road Ahead. And Win Bill Gates Money, it's kind of like a computer trivia game about Microsoft, and it's hosted by Steve Jobs for some reason. And Pinball's a Bill Gates themed pinball game, as you can kind of tell from the name. And Winblows Exploder it's kind of like a shooting game. And over here we've got this other window called Our Window. And these are the hosts of the software, essentially, Meg and Graham. Now, Meg here, she is the assistant to Bill Gates. And Graham is the Microsoft janitor, but he is also very, very good at hacking, apparently, according to the intro video. Now, these are the program's hosts. They created Microshaft, essentially. And over here we got the Bill Gotchi, which is a parody of the Tamagotchi themed around Bill Gates, as you can kind of tell from the name. And you have to feed him money so that he doesn't go bankrupt and die. And as you can see on the desktop here, we got quite a few icons. Campus Cam, which lets you see the security camera footage from within Microsoft's headquarters. MSTV Network, this features kind of like parody shows, I guess. So, like, over here, for example, we got Mr. Gates' Neighborhood, which is a parody of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, themed around Bill Gates, obviously, as you can kind of tell from the name. Shaft Box, this is like your mailbox program here. I don't have any new messages in the Shaft Box, so I unfortunately can't open it. The Reject Bin, these are like rejected Microsoft products here. So you've got MS Office Suite Crime Edition, MS Live Mouse, MS Stare Out, Naughty Net Nanny, MS Word Up, and MS Live. You unlock these as you access the deeper levels of Microshaft. Internet Exploiter here, this, I believe it would let you access the Microshaft website to, like, get bonuses and stuff like that. Now, I don't have a browser connected to it, so unfortunately I won't be able to use this, and the Microshaft website is obviously long down, and when you try to access it today, Microshaft.com, it just takes you to a generic page saying, Microshaft.com is for sale, buy it today. It's like when you first install this program, you get this little window here that says, Welcome to Parody Interactive's Browser Setup Program. Browser Setup will configure your preferred internet browser for use with online components of this product. And it says here it supports Internet Explorer 3.0 and later, and Netscape Navigator 3.0 and later, but I have Internet Explorer 11 installed on this computer, and Browser Setup is unable to detect it, possibly because it's too new of a version for it to support. And over here we got Bill's personal Outlook, which lets you look at Bill Gates' emails. Like, we got email number 1. This is an internal email that Bill Gates has sent to the employees at Microsoft. Now, this is all obviously parody stuff. Like Bill's personal Outlook, it doesn't actually let you see Bill Gates' real email inbox. And Campus Cam, like, it doesn't let you see the actual Microsoft headquarters security cameras, although that would be kind of cool if it did, honestly. But yeah, this is all just parody stuff. None of the stuff in the reject bin is real Microsoft products that I know of. And over here, we've got the start button here, and now this is all parody as well. Over here, we've got Shut Up, which is, I guess, a parody of Shut Down.
Okay,
This is how you exit the program. Clicking on Run just shows an animation of the person running across the screen. Help plays this little animation here. I have absolutely no idea what any of this is supposed to be. Lose, it's a parody of Find from the actual Windows 95 and Windows 98 start menu. And when you click on it, the icon disappears, like you lose the icon. That's essentially all this is. In settings, you got the outer control panel here, which is essentially like it's like an infinite loop of menus for some reason that they have in here. It's like there's a whole bunch of parody stuff in here. Some of it they didn't even need to add, like this outer control panel thing here. And when you reach the end, finally, at I think I can, you get this error message that says, Fatal error, restart your life in MS-DOS mode. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say about the desktop for now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate some of the games for you. Now, let's start with the Roll Head. This is a kind of board game thing themed around Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. I'm gonna be Bill Gates.
As if there was any other choice?
And the name is a parody of Bill Gates' book, The Road Ahead. So, I'm gonna roll the dice, and yeah, if you land on one of these green spaces here, you got this pop-up. It says, want to build a corporation? And this is essentially like the properties in Monopoly. So, like, I have this space, and if I click OK, I have this space, and if Steve Jobs lands on this space, he owes me $5 billion. And Steve can do the same, so he can put down one of his spaces, and if I, Bill Gates, land on his space, then I owe him a certain amount of $1 billion. And that's essentially all that there is to this. Oh yeah, and if you land on one of these question mark spaces, or if you roll a question mark on the dice, it's like you get a card, and you either win a certain amount of $1 billion, you lose a few $1 billion, you go back a few spaces, you go forward a few spaces, or you go right back to start. That's essentially what happens if you land on one of those spaces, or if you roll a question mark on the dice. Right, look at this here. So I've landed on Steve's space. He's put down a little space here. And if I land on it, I owe Steve a certain amount of money. He's invested $4 billion into this building, so now, if I land on this space, I owe Steve $4 billion. So I lose $4 billion and he gains $4 billion. That's essentially what happens when you land on that space. So that's really all that there is to the roll ahead here. Now, Win Bill Gates Money, it's like a computer-themed trivia game. Win Bill Gates Money with your host, Steve Jobs. Yeah, Steve Jobs is the host of this little parody game show thing.
What was the code name for
What was the code name for Windows 95 when it was in development? Chicago. Let's go ahead and go to the next question here. Question 2. I wonder what font this is. This font looks very familiar to me. I don't even know what this font is. It's a self-replicating and destructive piece of code that travels across a network. That's what a worm is. Yeah, so that's Win Bill Gates Money. It's kind of like this parody game show thing. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's 2?
That's the stupidest
Nope,
answer I've ever heard.
It's 1. Okay, genuinely, how was I supposed to know that? Like, honestly. Some of these questions are, kind of nonsensical. Kind of like this one, I guess.
Take it from me.
Generally, how did I get that? And what is this even supposed to mean? If you were in Grey Boy Land, where are you? Like, what the hell does that even mean? In 1961, the first computer game was introduced to the world. What was it called? Pong. Nope.
Wrong.
Pong wasn't the first computer game? I genuinely thought it was. So now I'm gonna go back to the desktop. Pinball. This is a Bill Gates-themed pinball game. Look at this, the entire board is themed around, like, Bill Gates. So I'm gonna actually play this a bit. Control is for the left flipper here, and Shift is for the right. So that's essentially all that there is to Pinball here. And Winblow's Exploder here, it's like a and Winblow's Exploder here, this is it says Microshaft Exploder within the game itself. And on the desktop it says Winblow's Exploder. And on the start menu shortcut, it created a start menu shortcut for Winblow's Exploder, and in there it just says Winblow's Exploder as well. It's very confusing, but anyway, Winblow's Exploder, or Microshaft Exploder, it's also known as, it's kind of like a parody shooter game here. It's like a parody of like Galaga or something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not very good at this game. Honestly. So yeah, that's essentially all that there is to this Microshaft Winblows 98 game here. So to exit out of this game, you click on the start button, and then click on
You're the
shut
kind of
up,
person
and
who
then click on I
probably
must escape. And then these are the credits. I'm just gonna skip over them because I can. So yeah, that is a little demonstration of Microshaft Winblows 98. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you want to see more like this, well, maybe not like this, per se, but if you want to see, I do Windows experiment and tutorial videos. That's pretty much what I'm known for, mostly. So if that's the kind of stuff you're interested in, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below for, more content like that. Not like this, really, per se, but, more content like that. And, yeah, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.